Hey guys, what's up? It's Quentin Drew here. I think this is going to be box number 27 or 28. I think it's going to be 27. Might even be 26, but I think it's 27 or 28. Kind of off track here. This has been laying out here for a couple weeks now. I've just been waiting for a sunny day, to be entirely honest. It's rained here almost every day this week, last week, pretty much all throughout the month. In my summer's pretty much sucked because I haven't been able to get outside that much. Haven't detected all summer because the ground's just too soaked. There has been a lot of flooding here. There's a construction. They knocked down a building, and they knocked down part of a building down the road over here, and they left the other half standing, which I don't know why the heck they did that. But they dug a huge hole, maybe a 7 or 8 foot hole. And a couple days ago, we had a bunch of rain, and that hole filled all the way up to the top almost with water. And they probably had to drain it out, I assume. They put some drains and stuff, so I'm sure that they drained it out. Or they had a truck come in and suck it all out. But there was so much water, filled that thing all the way to the top. I don't know, probably like, 50 gallons, 100 gallons in there? I don't know, something like that. It's like the size of a swimming pool. Literally by like the size of like a 10 by 10 swimming pool, pretty much. Maybe 12 by 12 or even bigger, 15 by 15. But yeah, that was crazy. And then there's flooding going on down the road also. Church was over there, and the whole parking lot was flooded, and there's water going across the road, about 1.5 feet of water, maybe 2 foot of water. Just a bunch of flooding and stuff, but everyone's fine. Nothing's, really obviously been damaged or anything. I did hear there was water that got into my school. It started coming out through the gym floor, and it started gushing and gushing out of the gym floor, and they probably mopped it up. I'm sure there was no damage. But anyways, yeah. So that just goes to put a perspective on what's been happening here. So, finally got out to making a video right now, so let's take a look, guys. So I've got several, also today is July 16th, Thursday. I didn't really spread these out that much, just a bunch of 60s, 70s, and a couple of 80s, uncirculated. I don't even think there's any 60s in there, probably just 70s and 80s, uncirculated nickels, 74D, 89D, and a really nice looking 2008, but I might just toss that one back. And some 60s and 70s uncirculated cents, nothing too crazy. 75, 80D, I think that's an 83. A couple more decent ones. There's a 60D right there. That's going to be a 67, and a decent looking 1959, I think that is. My camera won't focus. There we go. Not bad at all. Got a couple oddities here. Possibly errors, but pretty much they're just big rimmed cents. Really wide rims. So if you guys have any idea, just let me know here. I have no idea on this why they're so big. My camera won't focus today. There we go. Very big rimmed cents. Look at that. Look at those 2 rims. Those are 2 zinc cents. Freaking massive. It's like twice the size of a normal cents rim. Very interesting there. I got a 62 Canadian cent. Handful of estimate marks. Well, not even a handful. Less than half a dozen here. I got several 70S's. There's a 71S, which I was pretty happy about, and a 74S, so not bad. Several 60Ds, pretty happy with that, small dates. And then the errors are possible D over D. Here's a greaser, struck through grease, 1969D. My camera would focus, there we go. See, ink we trust is pretty much greased through. Part of the 9 and the D is also, there's grease on. And reverse is pretty fine, so that's pretty awesome. And then we got another greaser here. I think this is a 96. Seems like a lot of these 96s have been struck through grease. So pretty cool on that one. Kind of like a ghost date, it's kind of like not there. I mean, if you look at from far away, you're like, where's the dates, and there's detail missing and stuff. Possible D over D here, but I'm not quite sure on that. You guys won't be able to see it, but 63D. I did some looking up on the mint mark, and it might be another D over D. Very possible. Moving over to wheat cents, 3, 6, 9 wheat cents, so not bad, not great either. There's a 44, 44 plain again, 45. That's going to be a 46D, I think. No, that's a 46 plain. It looks like there's a D, but there's not. It's just a dent right there, or a gash. There's a 56D, 53D, or that's a 50D, sorry. 53D, 56D that's been bent. If you look at this is pretty crazy. You guys can see that. My camera's kind of struggling to focus. I don't know why. Probably just the lighting. Huh. I wonder why my camera can't focus. There we go. Kind of like a sandwich, kind of waffly, more so like a taco, almost partial taco. Quite funny. And then there's a 56D and a 57D that looks like it's been ran over. Yeah, probably a parking lot coin. Got some nickels, of course, as usual. 39 plain with nice dang up there. Decent looking 1940. I can't remember if this is an S or not. Yeah, it's an S, 1940S. Got a 42 plain here. Pretty happy with that one. 46S, I was really happy to see this one come out of the rolls. My boxes have kind of been dead a little bit lately with pre-1960 nickels. There hasn't been, it's mostly quality over quantity at this point. Or just, dates I'm looking for. There's a 52 with, I think that's going to be severe lamination. A little bit of a lamination split up there. So, pretty streaky if you ask me. So, wouldn't be surprised. Not worth too much over face. Maybe 15 cents on a good day. There's a 59 plain right there. Another 59 plain I was really happy to find. And I think that's going to be another 59 plain. Nope, that's a D. I can tell you that much right now. That's a D. Yep. 59D. The reason why I could tell you that was a D is you can see right down there, right where that, kind of gap is in Jefferson's hair. You'll see that it's a little bit weaker there at the bottom of the hair compared to right there. It's really something that you notice once you've gone through enough Jeffersons. You can tell by the relief strikes. The 59 Obverse plain strikes had a higher relief than the 59Ds. So you can kind of just tell immediately. And I've seen so many nickels, my eyes pretty much just trained. My brain's pretty much just trained. So that's pretty cool. Moving over to the next stuff. Best Finds got a 42, and you guys guessed it, it's a 42D. So this is going to go towards my roll that I'm making. I think I'm up to 7 or 8 of them. Really happy that I'm filling up this roll. So very, very happy on that one. Managed to score a silver dime when I went to go cash in the $125 from the last box. I scored one silver dime, 1964 D, so this box technically wasn't skunked on silver. Even though I didn't find any silver nickels this box, I still technically scored silver. And then we'll show you guys the coins that are in the 2x2s here. Start off, we got, believe it or not, a proof. And it's a 1961 proof, so I was really, really happy to see this come out. Very, very nice coin. Too bad it's not worth too much over $1, but still it's a very nice looking coin. Still has the mirror effect on it. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a cameo anymore. There might be a little bit of a cameo, but I don't really think so. 1961, full steps obviously, since it's a proof. Very, very beautiful. Has a thick rim. Very, very nice coin. And this is my second to oldest proof I've ever found. I found a 57 proof, believe it or not, once coiner hunting. That's my oldest proof, the 57. So that's my second oldest. I think I've found several 61s, but that's my nicest looking 61. And I put this in a 2x2 because this one's just stunning. The light's just reflecting off of it. I hope I can get my my light to really shine in that. But that's a 1962 right there. If I can get a nice close-up of that, that'll be nice. It's just overall a beautiful coin. Lighting's not the greatest. It's a 62 plain. But look at those steps. That has full steps right there. If it wasn't for that nick that goes across his steps. I'll try to get closer here. And it's not doing too much, but this camera doesn't always get all the way close up. But there are full steps there, I will tell you that much right now. Other than that, like I said, that nick right there on the steps. Just an absolutely beautiful, beautiful Jefferson nickel. Probably like an MS64, if not 63. I wouldn't say it's a 65, but it's very close. Really not that many bag marks or anything on it, just a beautiful coin. Saw it come out of the roll and I saw that shine and I'm like, holy crap, it's a 62 plain. And the 62 plains had a lower mintage. I think this would have been about a $100 coin with the full steps. Catalog value, as it stands, it's probably about a $10 or $20 coin to the right person. Still just a beautiful coin. Has a beautiful, beautiful cartwheel luster to it. So I'm really, really happy with that find. And then one of the better finds, I would say, definitely. I scored a Buffalo. It is a dateless one. I'm thinking it's either a teens coin. I have a slight feeling it's a 25, but the date would have been there had I caught it maybe a couple years earlier. It would have probably been a partial date. You can kind of see some leftover parts of the date down there. Maybe a 23 or 25. I'm not going to really do an acid on it. There's really no reason to, because it's a plain, and if it was a plain, it's not going to be worth anything, because none of the plains acid treated are worth anything really. That's why I don't treat the plains, only the D's and the S's, because you never know when you're going to find an 18 over 17D. Even an overdate like that that's been acid treated, it's still a couple $100 coin. But really, the only thing to look for in the plains is pretty much the 1916 double die. And for you to see if it's a 16 double die, you can actually tell, even if it's dateless, without acid treating it. The feathers up there would be doubled. There'd be slight doubling on there. You could probably tell it on a poor one, lowest grade Buffalo, wiped out Buffalo. So that's that. You probably would have to Google some pictures of no date 1916 double die Buffalo, and you would be able to find them. This is my roll I've been working on of Buffalo nickels here. I don't usually show you guys me putting the Buffaloes in here, but we got about 30 or 33 so far. Something like that. It's pretty much all the Buffaloes you guys see me find that are, common dates or partial dates or, mint marked or dateless even. They pretty much just go into here and it's up to like right there. So I mean, all that's Buffaloes. As you see, I wrote Buffaloes on there. So I don't know what I'll do with this roll when I'm done with it. Probably just roll it up and, I'll have something to say, oh, look at all these Buffaloes I found in circulation over the past, 2.5, 3 years. About 2.5 years. I doubt I'll fill it by the end of the year, but it would be really, really cool if I do. It's already taken me 2.5 years to fill it up to the point where it's already at. I would assume it's probably going to take another year to fill it all the way up to the top. So, yeah, guys, that's this box. So, very happy with the resultants of this box. We do have another coin store find video, or another box video, sorry. And I got a month's worth of coin store finds up there. I haven't showed that, haven't made a video on that. That's not too fantastic. There's some really good stuff in there, don't get me wrong. But not the greatest month I've ever had. But I did, like I said, I got some really decent stuff for pretty cheap. I think I got a $10 coin in there for 5 cents or something like that, one of the wheat cents. And I do want to show you guys this. I've been going to garage sales lately, as I've been saying, and I ended up picking up, it was really funny, I don't really find coins at garage sales other than that coin bag I found. This guy seemed to be a coin dealer. He had a bunch of these albums. He had a couple Whitmans. I picked up a couple quarter albums. Not this one, but there's two more down there. There's a 46 to 59 silver quarter and a 60 to like 79. It would be like 60 to present, but the book was made in the 70s or 80s. So, but this one was in there. And of course, all of them are empty. but I put stuff in there. I just put the extra stuff I had laying around in there, like my 15S in there. There's just miscellaneous stuff. I find it funny how they have the 15 and then the 15S comes after it and then the 15D. It's usually the DS, but they had it switched. But of course I don't mind it. But I just told you, like I said, I put all the extra fillers I have in here. A couple extra leftover dates, 09, 10, 11D. That's a damaged 11D in there. That one I've had going through a couple of my books. As they get better in my other books, put them in my lowest book. So this is my fourth 1909 to 1940 book I'm actually working on. This is just, storage for my other stuff. This book alone is about a $10 or $15 book. It's I forgot who it's made by. It's made by Wayne something. And it was made, I think, in the late 40s, I do believe. Maybe in the early 50s, because, of course, it goes up to 48S, which is kind of strange. So it's very possible this book was made in 1949, which wouldn't surprise me because a lot of the Whitman albums were coming out in 49. But yeah, you see these a lot sometimes on eBay, full collections of wheat cents, and they don't really house the wheat cents that often or that well. You can actually hear them jiggle in there. There's actually a little bit of clearance, a little bit of air for them to actually move around. But they're pretty much airtight for the most part. They're just nice for holding stuff. So what I think I'm going to probably do is I'm going to fill this up to the best I can, and I'll probably just sell the book on eBay with the coins in it, because that'll probably be like, oh, people are maybe someone who's looking for the book, or maybe they're more interested in partially complete book or something like that. So I might just sell it as is. I could probably get $20-25 as is with the coins I have in here. I'm to the right person. Like I said, I got a 15S in here. That's a details coin, but even though it's still a details coin, it's an XF details. It's been corroded quite well, but it's still about a $20 to $40 coin. But you subtract, because it's corroded and porous and all that stuff, it's about a $10 coin in the end. But yeah, so I was really happy to find that, and like I said, it's a G2 Lincoln Cents album. You guys can look it up. Trade Megrig Mark. I just think that just means trademark, and then Merrigan or Megrig. I don't know. I think it's Wayne Megrig or whatever the heck. He probably made this book back in the days. Probably had his own company and started producing these books. Made in USA, so that's definitely something you don't see all the time. So yeah, guys, thanks guys for watching, and happy hunting, and I'll see you guys later.